You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. But before we get into our intriguing content today, please join me in welcoming our featured guest and repeat offender.
Welcome back.
Tom Borsuk is in the house. Senior Samaritans, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Great to be here. Great to see you and be seen.
Glad to have you. Let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are operators standing by.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan, a plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, we are celebrating today. I don't know about some of these today. Manatee Appreciation Day. I'm not going to go there. I don't know. Does anybody even have a little red wagon anymore? I don't know. Josh, you would know that better than me. No, Josh has young ones. My grandson's just one, so it's a little young for a little red wagon. Virtual Vacation Day. You got to love that one, right? So I'm on vacation. I guess I would just think that I'm there. I don't know what that means. Turkey Neck Soup Day. Okay, so I don't know. Turkey neck soup. Okay, that looks way too healthy. Way too healthy. Okay, take a walk in the park day. Okay, that's not bad. National Pencil. Does anybody use a pencil? My mind's, if you're watching us on ronsiegelradio.tv, any of the socials, I have no lead in my pencil. It's a little bit safer. I think they call that a stylus. Just throw that out there. Obviously, this is not for husbands. Today's National I Am in Control Day. Not a chance in the world, right? I'm married almost 35 years, 3 years happily. Oh, no, she's not listening. I can say that. National Doctors Day. We appreciate our doctors. That's why if you watch us, rsrhero.com, doctors, nurses, teachers, fire, police, and obviously our veterans all get a discount on any loan products, rsrhero.com. So any of the loan products that we are able to do for you, rsrhero.com. Doctors Appreciation Day. We appreciate them. Moving right along. Dow Jones now up 193 points. It was down a lot this morning, but now we're looking at up 193. Okay. S&P 500. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Had the wrong screen on there. That was crypto that's up. Looks like the Dow is down 77. S&P 500 is down 21. The NASDAQ is down 90. Oil is up $3.79. Anybody want to know? Should we talk about it? We like to talk about these various items. National average of a gallon of gasoline, $4.23.6. 423.6. Now, it's just about right. Add about $1.50 for California taxes, $5.91. I know. I get the fact checkers. It's not $1.50 in taxes because in California, we like. Well, I shouldn't do that one. We like semantics, right? So it's taxes and fees. So we have to be more correct. Taxes and fees. California, $5.91 a gallon. Josh, you're at $5.25. Better than we are. Jody, queen of the team, $4.69 a gallon. And our tremendous underwriter, Lori, she's at $4 a gallon of gasoline. We need to go to, do you still drive that big SUV, Tom?
I do.
Okay, so if you want, we can go visit Lori. She's in Louisiana. She's paying $4 a gallon of gasoline.
I took a picture of my last fill up. It was $104.
100. That must be an interesting place because most of the pumps now are stopping at 100.
Yeah.
So I guess when you're in the higher areas, higher rent areas, if you're,
it wasn't even empty.
It wasn't even empty.
It was about 3/4.
Oh, okay. So $4 a gallon out there in Louisiana. Ugh. Much better than we are. What else is going on? Let's see if we can give some stuff. We give some stuff away today. I like giving things away. It's one of my shameless pleasures. I guess shameless pleasure is not the right word. But hey, you know something? Being that we had some technical difficulties in getting logged on this morning, what the heck? We're gonna say it like it is. No, I need some more coffee or vodka. One or the other. Either one of them will work. And being that we record live in the morning, if you want to join us on our stream, and you might, StreamYard.com/Facebook. StreamYard.com/Facebook. You can join us. Put your name in there. If you've got questions, Tom Borsuk's over here will answer the questions. And $102.08. 17 gallons?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's scary.
It's a 21-gallon tank.
21 gallons. That's 21-gallon tank, and you let it down to 17. That's kind of tight in my world too. But that's a whole different story.
Would have been 110.
Amazing. So,
No, 120.
yeah, 120. Glad that he used to be a computer guy, and now he just works off of paper and people. So we're going to talk more about that when we get into our broadcast with Tom Borsuk. But are you out of your depressed state yet? Should I even go there?
No, don't go there. and I'm not out of my depressed state.
We got depressed a little earlier than you did. Tom's a UCLA guy, so we don't hold that against. Believe it or not, even knowing that he's a UCLA guy, he's been on the broadcast many, many times with us. I do have his own theme music. We'll play that at the beginning of the next segment. He would not know he was coming in to visit Ron Siegel Radio without his own theme music. I mean, I think you're the only one that we give their own theme to.
Can you believe I even come back?
It surprises. Exactly. That's it does surprise me every once in a while. But it was you guys had a good run.
Had a good run, but should have kept going.
Okay, so who's going to win the?
Would have played St. Peter's. Would be playing Duke now, but
well, no, St. Peter's beats everybody except North Carolina. I think that run kind of ended right there. But so what? So being that you're
they would have.
Oh,
they would have.
Okay, yeah.
They had North Carolina too.
So would Purdue have? But they've missed on that one too.
No.
Okay, so give me an idea. What's the story? Who's going to win the? What's your predictions now for the NC2A Final Four?
I think it's Duke because of what happened with what's going on with Krzyzewski, losing the ACC and losing that last tournament, that last game, which is an embarrassment. They're focused. Yeah,
they're. I don't think I would want to be in their locker room.
No way.
I don't think that.
Coach K was pretty mad.
Yeah, he was not happy about that last loss at home. So
that was embarrassing.
That was okay. So we've got Duke is going to win it.
Kansas though is a good. Duke Kansas.
Duke Kansas in the finals. Yeah. Duke wins according to our UCLA guru. Yeah. Now he went to UCLA, so we might hold it against him, but he could have gone to
I coached
Chapman.
there, actually. I coached basketball.
Coached basketball.
Summer league with Steve Lavin back in the day. But
now we understand the issue. Yeah. So Steve Lavin, we had to give him up at Chapman to go to the junior college in LA.
And I got one of that classic picture of Wooden.
Classic picture.
99 years old.
Now should I? I'm gonna tell this story.
Can't go away with that.
So I'm gonna tell, and if you're watching us on any of our socials, Tom's showing the picture, and we also posted the picture. But I'm gonna share this. Sorry, Josh. Well, maybe I'll share the story when I get back, because otherwise Josh is gonna get mad at me. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. Talking about seniors when we get back with Tom Tom Borsuk, holy cow. It's written right here on my notes even. What's happening with mortgage rates and where will they go from here? And we probably won't get to it, but we should. When to consider a cash out refinance, all that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you missed any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
How to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com. Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. So, Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Let's take a look. Let's see what the markets are doing. The Dow Jones Industrial Average now down 63 points. The NASDAQ, it's down 89 points. Oil, we're still looking, that one's up $3.60. The 10-year Treasury, down 5 basis points. Mortgage-backed securities are up 31 basis points. What does that mean for interest rates? I'm going to tell you right now because we get the data every day. Our team puts that together for us. OBMMI. They provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry. Just ask them. This is calculated from actual locked rates with consumers across 35% of all mortgages. Yesterday's 30-year fixed rate. This is where they what they were locking at yesterday. 4.87%. 4.87. Yeah, it was just a little bit better, guys. It was 4.934 the day before. So it's a little bit better, but hey, you know something? Well, the OBMMI, you're probably not going to get anywhere else. But the why is all of this happening. So once again, I will tell you, if you watch one of those cable news business stations, which I don't recommend, and you watch their anchor who talks about real estate, and as I've shared with you before, the next time she gets it right, it will be the first time. So here's the issue, Diana Olick, which I'm going to help you out again. We've tried this many, many times. She doesn't understand that the real estate market, she's been telling people don't buy real estate for a while now. So here's the issue. She tells everybody that based on the Mortgage Bankers Association numbers, that application volume increased by 1%, down 10% year over year. She doesn't say that for the week it was up 1%. She just says down 10% year over year. Interest rates were reported. They're up higher, 4.8. That is from the Mortgage Bankers Association. That's last week's rates, not the current ones that I just told you about. Where does Miss Olick get it wrong always? Well, she leaves out half the story. So she says real estate is not doing well. Well, up 19% on a leveraged investment. Tell me what investment you can get that's any better than that. That's historic. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. We don't guarantee anything. But she neglects to talk about the fact that she says that the cash buyers are increasing. Well, Ms. Olick, that is a good reason why mortgage application numbers would be down. If you get an increase in cash buyers, that doesn't tell you that the real estate world is bad, because one's going up, one's going down. Now, yes, total is down about 5%, but inventory is down significantly. So the real estate world is still very, very strong. Now, the economy in itself, not so strong. It's got the recession indicator that's showing up. We know that the recession is on the horizon. We've got the inverted yield curve that tells us that. ADP, there were 455,000 jobs created in March, just above expectations of 450,000. Small revision to last month, not a big issue. Small businesses gained 90,000 jobs, while large businesses saw a gain of 177,000. Leisure and hospitality led the way with 161,000 jobs. Got a nice graphic on this. We'll see if Josh and the team can pull that out and get that ADP graphic coming out of our friends at MBS Highway. That is the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call. 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990. We always have our warm-up music for Tom Borsuk. I saved that on our soundboard just for you, Tom.
I have to throw up. Sorry. Excuse me.
So I'm going to go back before Tom and I start chatting here. Tom's gonna laugh at this story. I don't know if you remember this, Tom. Tom came on this broadcast. Gosh, it's a lot of years ago, because Tom helped me get through one of the darkest days of my life. Right, so he was a big guidance for me as my dad was passing, and that's what 2000. I think he passed in 2014.
Wow.
So we've been doing the show together a long time.
Almost 10 years.
Yeah, it was before. Yeah, because you were helping me before that, right? So Tom comes on the broadcast. He's introduced to me, and then comes on the broadcast, sends me this picture they use for the billboards that we make, even way back then. And I didn't use glasses back then. Now, Josh, you're going to laugh at this one, because Josh makes the billboards. He made a much better billboard now. So I'd say, we need to have a picture of Tom, so we know, so our audience can kind of visualize who this is that's coming on. Obviously, he's got a face for TV. I've got a face for radio. But he sends me this little tiny picture, so I crop it. And he comes in and he says, "Do you have something against John Wooden?" And I said, "No, why?" He says, "Well, you cropped him out of the picture." And I said, "Okay, well, thank goodness we've got a much better graphic department now, Josh and the team." Then we had a negative budget. Now we've got no budget, and it's still much better. Josh and the team did a great job. So did you see the billboard? No, the one that we sent you the app. No. So he tells me he gets all. Josh, he told me he got all of our messages and read none of them. And the billboard that
Right.
tells us where people can go to listen to him right now,
Right.
he doesn't have that.
Right.
And the billboard that has promotes him being on the broadcast, he didn't share that, obviously.
I got a reminder after the show started that that show's today too. I get reminders. I'll get reminders later today.
Well, that's good. So at least you won't forget. Well, the broadcast. So
You
if
did
you
a
are
great
watching
job.
us on RonSiegelRadio.tv or any of our socials, as we record at 9:00 in the morning every weekday, well, the broadcast goes on our ABC News and Talk AM 1490 KMET video feed and the audio feed at 6 in the afternoon. So, Tom, 6 o'clock this afternoon, you'll be able to go to AM 1490
Perfect.
and you'll be able to catch it again. Maybe he might even share it with somebody that wants to watch or listen to
I
him.
will. You got a whole list.
Video and audio, Tom, so we can
Oh.
go both ways over there on AM 1490. They do both.
Nice. I like it.
Tell us a little bit about Senior Samaritans now that I've shared this story that you and I might chuckle at, and everybody that knows me is going to start laughing at me because who in the right mind would crop John Wooden out of a picture? Right?
An SC fan.
So there you go.
That's who would do it.
No, even as an SC fan, I mean, he was still the greatest. And I know that Coach K's now got
Yeah.
more Final Fours.
42 years.
Yeah, it took him a while.
Yeah, twice as long. Come on.
Is it really?
Yeah, more.
Okay.
Wooden was 17 years.
So,
15.
so he went there 12 times in 17 years, and Coach K did 13 times in 42 years.
Right. So do the math.
I could do that one. Okay, so but no one's talking about, it's even that the media won't tell us accurately.
Even 1,200 victories, same thing. It's like, well, give John Wooden 42 years.
Yeah. Whoa. Amazing. Could you imagine? I mean, imagine the legacy of what that man did
Yeah.
in such a relatively short period of
Yeah,
time
and left on top.
and left on. Absolutely.
Won the championship his last year, and that's what Coach K wants to do as well. He won the championship and retired.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So, well, Coach K was trying to win he's been trying to win the championship for 4 or 5 years now.
Yep.
So maybe this time he'll get, I hope he does, because I think he's been a great,
He deserves it. He
a
deserves
great
it.
ambassador for the sport.
He deserves it.
Absolutely.
I'm pulling for him.
Yeah. Tell us a little about Senior Samaritans.
So, Senior Samaritans, I mean, basically, I help families in a crisis situation sometimes where all of a sudden a loved one, a neighbor, a friend, more specifically a mother or father who's in their 80s or 90s or whatever, going along in their business, living their lives, and they fall and break a hip. Now what? So, and that's what happened to me is basically.
You fell and broke a hip?
Yeah, no, I'm thankfully. But 12 years ago, my dad started falling, and I was in a different industry. So I didn't go to school for this. I didn't study this. I just got school of hard knocks. All of a sudden, dad's falling, hitting his head, having dementia at 83 years old. What do you do? So how do you provide care in an instant, especially when he goes to the hospital and gets something repaired? And then he comes back home, but needs full care. So essentially what I do is help families navigate through that. No cost for it, by the way, no charge for the services, just consulting and helping them and guiding them in person to help find out what are the options for taking care of mom or dad, like you and I talked about. Like,
Sure.
Hey, what do I do with dad? Okay, well, let's go through it and figure it out. And let's figure out what the care needs are. Let's figure out what the options are out there in the world, or if they're at home care or assisted living, different types of assisted living, if memory care is involved or different.
I forgot all about that.
Needs. Yeah, it's very, very important. Yeah, exactly. So that's really what it is. I get now it's been 12 years. It's crazy. 12 years. I was counting on average per year. I'm up to like almost 10,000 families I've helped or touched.
Wow.
Touched in some way. I've touched 10,000 families in 12 years.
That's
I'm making a point. I'm not tapping.
oh, okay. Okay.
I was making a point.
Everybody makes a point.
I know.
Then Josh says, what the heck are these guys doing again?
Sorry, Josh. I'm usually like this, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So just a lot of people needing help and guidance and not having the knowledge, and especially in the healthcare industry, people realize the healthcare industry is a mess, and going to a hospital and a nursing home, that's a bad place to go.
Especially now.
And you want to get in there and get out of there. And that's
People
another
get
thing.
sick there.
COVID threw a whole wrench into all of this. My phone didn't stop ringing, but yet it just clogged up the whole system. I had more people pass from the lockdown itself than tenfold than COVID. From the lockdown, I had seniors that lost their lives because they were locked out of their families. They were stuck in nursing homes, and families couldn't visit them. It was a sad situation.
Yeah. Depression.
They lose their will. It's over.
Yeah, that's a challenging one. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, okay, so we know the problem. It's a big one. What's the solution? We're going to talk more with Tom Borsuk when we come back. What's happening with mortgage rates and where will they go from here? When to consider a cash out refinance and more. You can reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender. Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
We're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. Real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Visit rsrhomescout.com, rsrhomescout.com. They've got the best information out there. They're going to give you the idea of what your property is worth, what the value is of your property. We love that idea because, most people just don't know. This is going to give you 4 different solutions. It also will tell you exactly what properties are available. So if you're contemplating moving, I know there's a lot of people that are talking about moving out of California, moving into California, whatever the choice is. So RSR Home Scout, go in there, set the parameters of what you're looking for in the area you're looking for all over the country. I think it's got about 97% coverage. What's happening with mortgage rates? Where will they go from here? That's the question based on the primary mortgage market survey from Freddie Mac. The average 30-year fixed rate mortgage has increased by 1.2%, 3.22 to 4.42 since January of this year. Think about that, up 1.2%. The rate jumped by more than a quarter of a point from just a week ago. If you're watching us on ronsiegelradio.tv, any of our socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed, you're seeing a chart that Josh just put up showing how mortgage rate movement throughout 2021 was steady compared to the rapid increase in mortgage rates this year. Amazing. Just a few months ago, Freddie Mac projected mortgage rates would average 3.6% in 2022. Earlier this month, Fannie Mae forecast mortgage rates would average 3.8% in 2022. As the chart shows, rates have already surpassed the projections. Sam Cotter, chief economist of Freddie Mac, explained in a press release this last week, quote, "This week, the 30-year fixed rate mortgage increased by more than 0.25% as mortgage rates across all loan types continued to move up. Rising inflation, escalating geopolitical uncertainty, and the Federal Reserve's actions are driving rates higher and weakening consumers' purchasing power," unquote. Where are mortgage rates going from here is the question. In a recent article, Bankrate, several industry experts weighed in on where rates might be headed going forward. Here are some of their forecasts. Greg McBride, chief financial analyst, Bankrate, with mortgage inflation, easy for me to say, with inflation figures continuing to surprise to the upside, mortgage rates will remain above 4% on the 30-year fixed, unquote. Nadia Evangelo, senior economist and director of forecasting, National Association of Realtors, NAR, quote, "While higher short-term interest rates will push up mortgage rates, I expect some of this impact to be mitigated eventually through lower inflation. Thus, I expect the 30-year fixed-rate mortgage rate to continue to rise, although we aren't likely to see the big jumps that occurred over the past few weeks," unquote. That's good to know. Len Kiefer, deputy chief economist, Freddie Mac, quote, "Mortgage rates are likely to continue to move higher throughout the balance of 2022, although the pace of rate increases is likely to moderate." In a recent Realtor.com article, another expert adds to the conversation, Danielle Hale, chief economist, Realtor.com. "As markets digest the Fed's updated economic projections, I anticipate a continued increase in mortgage rates over the next several months." What does this mean for you if you're looking to buy a home? Both mortgage rates and home values expected to increase throughout the year. It'd be better to buy sooner rather than later if you're able. That's because it'll cost you more the longer you wait. But there is a possible silver lining to buying a home right now. While you'll pay a higher price and a higher mortgage rate than you would have last year, rising prices do have a long-term benefit once you buy. If you purchase a home today valued at $400,000, put 10% down, you'd be taking out a $360,000 mortgage, according to mortgagecalculator.net. At a 4.42% fixed mortgage rate, your mortgage payment would be $1,807 a month. This does not include insurance, taxes, other fees, because those vary by location. Now let's put that mortgage payment into a new perspective. Based on substantial growth in equity that comes with the escalation in home prices, every quarter, Pulsonomics surveys a panel of over 100 economists, investment strategists, and housing market analysts about their expectations for future home prices in the United States. Last week, Pulsonomics released their latest home price expectation survey. The survey says 9% increase in home values in 2022. Based on those projections, a $400,000 house you buy today could be valued at $436,000 by the time next year. If you break that down, that means the equity in your house would increase by $3,000 a month over that period. Wow, that's greater than the estimated monthly payment I mentioned. Granted, the increase in your net worth is tied to the home, but it is one way to put price appreciation to use in a way that benefits you. Bottom line, paying a higher price for a home and a higher mortgage rate can be a difficult pill to swallow. However, waiting will cost you more. If you're ready, willing, and able to buy, now will be a better time than a year or even 6 months from now. Let's chat. That's the Real-Time Real Estate segment brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Visit rsrhomescout.com, rsrhomescout.com. Continue our conversation with Tom Borsuk this morning. What are you going to do with mom or dad?
Yeah, that's the toughest question in the world, and people get thrown that ball, and what are we going to do? And they start handing it off to different siblings. And
well, here's the worst part, Tom. For the most part, I find that, and you talk to a lot more seniors than I do, that we know our loved one is getting older.
Yep.
They're never going to get old.
Right.
So mom's out there and she's running around and doing her thing and living at home, living by herself, going on her car. Every once in a while, she might be home for a visit. And then all of a sudden, without warning, something happens and no one's prepared for that.
Right. The biggest mistake they make is they think and me included, by the way, which is what I did, which got me into this industry, was making all the mistakes, is you think they're going to get back to the way they were. They're going to get back to normal. It really applies I hate the term new normal. I hate that term, but it really does apply to senior world, where there is a new normal because it steps down or up, whatever you want to call it, but down as they hit 80, 85, 90, 95. I have a 104-year-old I'm helping today. 104.
Wow.
She's alert. Awesome. Perfect lady. But, she's going to be stepping down a little bit. She's
At 104, you know that you've got more time behind you than ahead of you.
unbelievable. It's the first lady. I think she weighs 102. She's the first lady I've ever met that's older than her weight.
Wow. That's an interesting one.
Think about that for a second.
So what do you do with
It's
her?
like golf, trying to shoot your age, right? Try to weigh more than your age.
I can
Or weigh less than your age.
I can shoot my weight. That's not a problem. I don't think anybody behind me would like that, though. No, but what do you do? What's the idea? So how are you helping this lady?
So it's about knowledge
Okay.
and educating them on, because that's the biggest thing that people don't understand. They go to the internet and go to Google and go senior living, and they get all this stuff that's all marketing. It doesn't give them any knowledge. I give them knowledge. Here are your options based on the needs that you have, based on your interests, based on your estate, because talking about financial, it's huge. They got to make sure they don't run out of money. I get a lot of people that inappropriately place into places, and a year later they're out of money. Well, who guided them to do that? So we got to take into account their estate, their family dynamic, brothers and sisters, power of attorneys, who's in charge, where are they located. We want to make sure that they have family coming to visit. Very important. A 90-year-old doesn't care about all the stuff that you and I care about. They care about family, visitation, and love. That's what they need. So if you can't put them in a place where they're isolated, they need to have family around. So that's all important for their will to live. If their will goes down, it's over. You got to keep the will going. And that's my job, is to make sure they have a will, something to live for, and they love the rest of their life, however long that is, 1 year, 2 years, 10 years. I don't know. How long is 104 going to live? She could live another 10 years.
Who?
The 104-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
But we want to keep that will going, right? What do you give a 104-year-old?
So go back to the thing, because the biggest challenge I hear, and it's in my own family as well, is that I don't want to be put out to pasture. I don't want to go to one of those places where you go to die.
Right. Exactly. I get them out. My job is to get people out of there, not in there. People think that's different. Well, you're going to put them out. No, I get them out of the place that you think is the place to die and get them into a lovely environment, potentially, where there is appropriate care and appropriate visitation and appropriate everything for them to live, not in a place like, let's call it a nursing home or a home, or a convalescent home. Those bad words that our grandparents used to use all the time. Whenever they say, don't put me in a home, that's what they're talking about. That place that you're talking about.
Right.
Don't put me in a home. No, I'm not going to put you in a lovely place, lovely environment where you can actually have a will to live in your last 5 to 10 years of your life. You're actually loving it.
I was not successful in educating my mom to that point. So after my dad passed, she said, well, I'm never leaving my house.
That's right.
Well, she did eventually, but her lifestyle at one point was sitting on her chair, waiting for her kids or grandkids to come visit.
Right.
That was her whole life.
So in between, it was zero socialization. And why not have something in place where when the kids aren't there, because you got lives and everyone's got to do their thing, that she has other interaction and other resources to her that engage her in life and engage her with her fellow seniors and engage her in things of the world and whatever interests a 90 to 95-year-old person. That's the key. Not sitting around waiting for, my grandson to show up, who may show up this week.
Eventually, maybe.
Eventually.
Yeah.
For 5 minutes.
And then, and because they've got a busy life too.
Yeah, they got kids.
Right. And they say that, go enjoy your life. Don't wait on me.
Right.
But I'm waiting on you.
Right.
Right. I mean,
right.
I don't know. Maybe that's just Jewish guilt. I don't know about that. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, more with Tom Borsuk. We're chatting about senior living. Now, it may not apply to you unless, you might be that person that is not a senior, doesn't know a senior, and doesn't love a senior. So if you're that person, then this may not apply. But if you know a senior, you are a senior, love a senior, or want to become a senior, you might want to listen to Tom Borsuk. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at ronsiegelradio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694552.
Hey friends, do you dream of mortgage-free home ownership? Are you aware that even if you own your home free and clear, it could still be costing you thousands per year? The Siegel Lending Team can help you generate tax-free income, accumulate family wealth, and maintain ownership of your home. By simply emailing your most recent mortgage statement, you'll receive a no-obligation real estate plan. Learn more by calling 1-800-306-1990 or email me your recent mortgage statement to PEAR@ronsiegelradio.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you could retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. As I suspected, when Tom and I get together, we like to chat. So we're just going to tell you the Your Credit Matters segment is brought to you by creditsanitizer.com. You have a credit report. It's wrong. They all are. What are you doing about it? Credit Sanitizer will have the solution for you. And being that I'm not going to do the whole report, I don't want you to feel like we've gypped you in any way, shape, or form. 2 books for you. You can go out there and get our credit book, rsrcreditbook.com, rsrcreditbook.com. Totally free, a gift from Ron Siegel Radio, rsrcreditbook.com. And almost everybody that goes and looks at rsrcreditbook.com, they also find rsridtheftbook.com, rsridtheftbook.com. If you're thinking right now is probably, I'll coin this because no one else will. So right now is ID theft season. Why is it ID theft season? Well, did you get your W-2, 1099? Did you get the 401k statement? Did you get all your tax documents, those little forms that say important tax information enclosed? If you are a crook, steal this. Oh, no, it doesn't say that last part. But it's what happens. rsridtheftbook.com, rsridtheftbook.com. That's Your Credit Matters segment brought to you by creditsanitizer.com. You have a credit report. It is wrong. What are you doing about it? continue our conversation this morning with Tom Borsuk, senior. Well, he's not a senior, but he is a Samaritan. So he's Senior Samaritans is the name of the company. I always have to give him his theme song. One of the only people that I know that I have a theme song for. I used to have a theme song way back when we first got started. One of my first advertisers was a bankruptcy attorney, John Greisendorf. He was at the University of Washington. So
that's a good one.
I had one for him. But being that, we could use this other one that my friend, I used this for my friend David Meltzer when he came.
Put me in cold. I'm ready to play.
So being that you were a coach, so or are a coach.
Yeah.
Right. So that one you might like that one better, but I have more fun with the other one. So guess who has the soundboard?
That's right. I got
so we know what's going on. So back to our conversation, helping people. So we haven't talked about this, and especially on some of our other broadcast stations that we're on, we haven't talked about the fact that the misconception, right? So when my parents were with us, it was always that home is the place where you go to die.
Right.
And it really had and when you'd go to visit somebody, they were right. Right. You went in there was a curtains separating beds, and there's a bunch of sick people and whatnot. Now I look at some of the communities, and I look not only the communities that I look at, some of them have these really, I mean, I'm looking at getting a party bus for an event we've got coming up. A lot of them look like they have a party bus that they go out on.
Yeah, they do. They do. That's assisted living. I'm touring a lady today at a board and care home, just a home, 6 people. It's in city of Fountain Valley. Beautiful home, 6 private rooms, 6 private bathrooms, roll-in showers, TV on the wall, full internet, all the care they need, French doors to each backyard, to the backyards, basically. All the doors have French doors. Gorgeous, beautiful home. And it's full care. So they'll help people with everything, bathing, dressing, toileting, ambulation, everything that they need, and all their meals and utilities. Great place for families to come visit. Beautiful backyard with covered patio. It's really nice. Fully licensed facility. That's a home now. That's a home. So taking them out of a nursing home or a convalescent home, putting them in a place like that, they have a will. They get visitations. They're not locked out of that nursing home where you have to show not only all your vaccinations and everything else, but be tested on the spot, and crazy. And then you got to wear.
So those taking over for some of the other places now?
What do you mean?
The I guess I would call it a private. I don't know what the right term is.
Yeah, residential home.
The residential home, is that taking over what used to be the bigger 40, 50, 60 bed facilities?
No, different. That's 2 different types of assisted living. So this is part of the education I give to families. There's 2 types. There's large community, we call them, and small community.
Okay.
The large community is the hotel-like community with
some of them are like resorts.
They're awesome. Those are beautiful for people that need a little bit of help, but can be in their own apartment by themselves. Great for them. Then you got the smaller communities for people that need more help. 2 caregivers for 6 people, much more oversight, right? 1-on-3 ratio. A large community, it's 80 to 150 people with 10 to 20 caregivers roaming around, but way more activities, more things to do at the large community.
Some of those are going on trips, and they're going on. I mean, I was at a conference at Pachanga a couple months ago.
Yeah,
and they have a whole area for the buses for them to come in.
They do. And
right?
There's plenty of them. My gosh, I always say I'm job security. I'm going to keep working until I run out of seniors.
and you might be the senior.
Yeah, and I'm going to be the senior.
Your last client will be you.
I am a senior, 56 years old. So
wow.
I'm officially a senior. I can actually live in a senior community now. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Crazy. But no, it's nonstop, and it's nonstop need, and people need the education. That's all it is. I just bring knowledge, free knowledge to people.
Okay, so I know you're a nice guy, but what's it in? How do you live? How do you live? Right? You gotta support yourself.
Great question. So I
watched the news. I didn't see your name winning the Powerball.
That's true. I get paid through the businesses. So what I do is I went and got an agreement with all the communities, all of them, 1,200 just in Orange County.
Wow.
1,200. Okay.
1,200.
So they'll pay whenever a family, and I don't care what place a family picks, whatever place they pick, they'll pay me a one-time finder's fee. That's it. A one-timer. So it doesn't affect the rate, doesn't affect the recurring rate. Their monthly rate is what it is. I get paid one time for the place that they choose. That's it. And so I get paid by a business, not by the family. The family is in crisis mode. The last thing I want to do is charge them a fee for my services, my hourly. What do I do? How do I charge them? And how do I charge a 90-year-old who's going, what do I do with my husband who's 90 years old and I don't even know how to write a check? I'm not going to charge her.
Right.
So let's solve the solution. Let's solve the problem. And then wherever we end up choosing, let's let them pay me for bringing you to them.
So you really don't care where they go because whatever one they select, you're going to get the same thing.
Regardless.
Doesn't matter.
Nope.
So that's beautiful.
Yep.
Right. So all your now
free to them.
You used to, and it's because of COVID, you haven't been in a while, but you used to tour, take people on a tour, you'd have a consultation with them. Yeah. Is the process still the same? You consult with them, figure out what their needs and wants are, desires are.
Indeed.
And then you set up a tour, take them wherever they want to go, and they make a decision, or yay or nay or whatever, and the family goes with you?
Yeah, the only difference now because of COVID is I used to take them in my car. Now we caravan.
Okay.
So we meet at each place, and then we meet and we still go in and tour together, and I'm there as a consultant. And then we go to the next place, but we caravan. We're not in the same space anymore.
So you can't write off that Maybach that you used to take everybody around in.
Exactly right.
Okay. No, but it's a great thing, right? Yeah. So you're just showing them based on what their needs and wants and financial situation is.
Right. It's important for them to see the communities, touch and feel, because I tell families more than half of their decision making, more than half, is gut feel. It's like buying a house, right? You can talk about the house and got all these amenities and all this stuff. You got to go see the house, right? You got to feel it. You got to go in.
Now, one of the I look at one of them that I'm buying quite frequently in Newport Beach or Corona Del Mar, and I think I've heard that's somewhere around $8,000 or $9,000 a month
for assisted living.
For one of the communities.
Nope, starts anywhere from $4,000 and can go up that high depending on a ton of factors. Care needs, number one, but also what? 1 bedroom, studio, 2 bedroom.
Right, that one down there, there's one on the high end.
Yeah. Oh, high end. Yeah. The range is if you've got 4,000 to 10,000, you can pick whatever you want.
Now, but what I wanted to get to is I also know that of a gentleman that you has helped that we've sent your way, because everybody I've ever sent your way loves you. I don't know why.
Thank you.
There must be something about Bruins or something. I don't know. I haven't sent him any USC fans.
No, thank you.
But
I turn those away.
There you go. But he was on a real tight budget. I think it was basically all he had was his Social Security.
Yeah.
And you were still able to find him a very suitable arrangement.
By the way, more than half of what I do not get paid on. So more than half my work, I don't receive any funds. It's the other part that keeps me funded. But a lot of them are that. They're low income, $1,200 in Social Security, $800. I had a lady the other day, $400 Social Security. That's it.
Wow.
So I have to guide them on how to increase that Social Security through SSI, and then what the options are at that point through the state, through what the options are for assisted living for low income housing, because that's a whole different ballgame. You got to get Medi-Cal involved. Now you're getting government involved, and you know what that's like. So that's where the options are not as nice. That's for sure. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
But you know, I say this on the broadcast all the time. Homeless is an option. It costs extra to have a roof over your head.
Yes. True.
Right. Indeed. So the bottom line is that whatever somebody has, that's what they have.
Yeah.
Right. And the idea that you're able to find some solution, and there are so many options out there, and I hate to say it, in government opportunities and options. The biggest problem is we just don't know what they are.
Exactly right. It's all about education. Go back to that again. But I make sure people are not homeless. Some people choose that homelessness because they think they have no other option, and that's what they find out. They got $1,200. They keep knocking on doors and they keep getting shut down. No, I can help them with that. It's just get them off the street, and I can get them into government subsidized. Maybe they're a veteran. A lot of those people are veterans. So there's an aid and attendance program that they are unaware of because they're a wartime veteran. I can get them another $2,000 of income. They don't know that. So I can help increase their income, and then they have better options with more income.
So again, it's all about that education part of it.
Yep.
Right. The more you get educated, the better off you're going to be. And I can tell you, we've over the years, we've sent a lot of people your way. Not because you pay us, because of the job that you do.
Thank you.
To help people. And like I said, it all started out with Tom helping me with my dad. So It's a great relationship. Tom's a great person that helping folks out there all the time. If you need some guidance, give me a call at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. I'll guide you to Tom, and then he can help you out. And as always, we ask you, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh and Sean who are engineering us today. And of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.